Okay.
I just think, look, so this is a topic that I saved for last, but we can get into it right now.
Okay.
AD is obviously your X factor, and it's crazy to say that AD is the X factor when he's
Yes.
Anthony Davis,
He's
But
supposed to be our guy.
everything I've heard recently is just like he's lost a lot of weight. He's got in shape, and I don't know if it was you and I that were talking. No. I was talking with another person from SBC, but they were
Mm.
Lethal Shooter was rearranging his whole footwork on like pull ups and stuff, and it looked goofy. And the guys were like, "Oh, what the heck? Like it looks
Mm-hmm.
weird." I was like, "Okay, he's serious about what he's doing. Like he's making some major fixes." And I had tweeted a couple weeks ago, like, could next year be the year that AD wins his MVP, finally wins the MVP? Do you think he'll have a bounce back season next year? Because I know we've been saying it every Laker fan every year. Oh, after the bubble, AD's taking over now. He didn't do it. AD's gonna take over this year. He didn't do it. Now next year, I mean, there's no one saying it anymore. It's like, you think he
No.
could bounce back next year?
I think he can. I think that, like, at the end of the day, I mean, whether or not I have thoughts on him, but he was, he's on the NBA 75 list, 75 team. We've seen
Mhm.
the talent he's had in previous years. Has he like been anywhere close to expectations since 2020? No, but you have to think that he's due for a big year. Here's the criticism; it's all over the place. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And now it's kind of going even from that to like peers. And so you look at him, you look at the motivation to be better, and realize that yes, like LeBron is still playing at a superhuman level at age 38. Like at some point, it's supposed to go from him to you. Look at the
Yeah.
Lakers' record without LeBron, and just AD has not been great the last couple of years. So you really have to look at a guy who has to be committed to increasing his not his volume but his productivity. There you go. And
Yeah.
a lot of that comes from the outside. If you're actively a iffy shooter on a team that's surrounded by those around an aged LeBron James, not even aging, just like he's an older player, you're making it harder for him, and you are the co-star slash guy going to take on the mantle. Like, I think that he's due for a big year. You hope that the work with Lethal Shooter pays off, but we're not saying all of a
Mhm.
sudden turn to, KD from three, but definitely
Yeah.
be a guy who, like, is going to be a problem. And, like,
You can
AD
trust.
lately hasn't been that guy. Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen it since the 20 before the bubble too. Like obviously the bubble, he was a different breed, but even
Yeah.
before the bubble, because like I don't know. I had read when we first went in the bubble, there was like a stat saying like, or someone had posted like the when you're in the bubble and there was no fans, it's easy to see the rim or something like that. It's easier to make
Yeah.
shots. And he did it. What I'm trying to say is he did it before the bubble. Like he was having a good season when we
Yeah.
first got his first season with LA.
hmm
Um,
He was good that whole year.
bro, he was good
Like
the
he went
whole year.
supernova in the playoffs, but he was good that whole year.
But
And you're
yeah,
right. We haven't had moments. We have moments in like the last couple weeks of the 2021 season. Moments here and there where he looked
mhm.
good. Not quite the bubble, but good. But yeah, I agree with you. Like we need that consistently, and especially now because like if you look at the pecking order, it's clearly LeBron head and shoulders. That's what I look at. LeBron fine. AD, you know what I mean? Like that third
Yeah.
person, Lonnie
Oh yeah,
Walker. Like
I think we played talking about that 2020 season. Like LeBron was the point guard. Like it was
yes,
LeBron's the point guard, and everyone was just shooters. 3 and D. It was Avery Bradley, KCP,
yes,
Danny Green,
yep.
and AD or whatever, and
You
Dwight.
had
Like
Kuzma, Caruso,
yeah,
all
so
these guys.
that's man. So I feel AD. I'm just having that hope that he's gonna bounce back next year. I really hope so. I mean, from what I've seen, he looks really like slimmed down. He looks more serious about next season. So, I think what the additions they made this year with like getting younger and athletic, it was more on the
hmm
defensive side too. Like you bring in Thomas Bryant, Damian Jones, guys that can guard the rim and obviously take off some pressure off AD because AD obviously when he was gone, we had LeBron at center, and our defense
True.
was getting shred like every game it was shredded. And AD finally comes back, and it's a whole difference. He's switching on to guards. I think it was versus the Nets or someone. We had played against someone that he made his return against, and like the
hmm
defense was immediate. Like, oh wow, like it's nice having someone that if you get beat, no one's going to the rim and stuff. So I
hmm
think defensively is where we're gonna have to see that first. Because
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
also with bigger players, the defense kind of ignites the offense. Like if they're like, or you can say the same way around. Like if you give the first play to the guy and like he gets motivated and stuff, I feel like for Anthony Davis, like when he's locked in defensively, like his confidence goes through the roof, and
Yeah.
no one can stop him. He gets a block, he's dribbling down the court, and he's like going up for a layup, something like that. So I hope they they like recognize this stuff and like, all right, we're gonna. I mean, part of it is just him being healthy, you know. So um, I don't know. I just feel like I sound a little bit delusional saying he's gonna have a breakout year and stuff like that because I've been saying it ever since the bubble. So uh,
You're hopeful, man.
hopefully,
I'm with it. Hopefully, yeah.
hopefully we get him back. Okay, as we